Hello there, and welcome to NintenDad Weekly News, your source for anything and everything Nintendo. I'm one of your hosts, Dave.
Joined by Santi.
And we're going to talk about Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, sales charts for April 2019, and is the 3DS dead? Who knows? Stick around. First topic of the day, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Digital edition will be releasing on June 25th and the physical edition will be releasing on June 28th on the Switch. It is receiving a visual upgrade as noted by a promotional video where Kogi Igarashi shows the differences between the old visual style and the new visual style. Planning on picking this up?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Well, I've played Bloodstained Curse of the Moon and I enjoyed that, so I can already tell I'm gonna enjoy Ritual of the Night.
There's this big deal going on online right now about the old visual style and how it's not keeping up, and they were talking, all about that visual style. And now with the upgraded visual style, sure, it looks great. However, is that really the reason why we're picking it up? No, I kind of tend to agree. I mean, you played the old one, I played the old one, and it had that pixelated art, right? Where it did look great. However, that wasn't the reason why we picked up or enjoyed that game at all. I think that mostly it was just great fun gameplay, good level design, awesome bosses, by the way. And I think that we could just be expecting more of the same with this new game. Granted, the other one was a little bit more linear and it was more stage focused, right? Where this one's going to be kind of a opening up the world in a Metroidvania type of gameplay. So I'm kind of thinking that that's what's pulling me in to play this game, not so much the visual style. What would you say?
Yeah, look, I mean, either way, if the visual style hadn't been upgraded, I'm pretty sure we would have picked it up either way.
Right, so did you enjoy the old one?
I did, I did.
Okay, and some of the reasons why you're planning on picking this new one up would be what?
Gameplay. Looks fun. It's got story, opens up the world of Bloodstained.
Sure, which kind of sets up, is this a prequel? Is this a sequel? Is this just retconning the old game and kind of setting up a new story for it? Because I get that there's going to be the same 4, right?
Yeah, 4 characters.
4 characters are going to be in the new game. But this time, you're only using one main character, and you're fighting the other guys.
Yeah. One of them, I think, becomes your ally later.
Okay, interesting. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. I think that, like you just said, finding out more about the story and where this takes place in the timeline of Bloodstained is going to be interesting. Obviously, Igarashi-san is definitely, has made some very, very good games with Castlevania. I know that you're very young to remember any of these games. You've seen some of them, but he's got a great track record. And if he's setting up a new world and it's a world that is fun to play, then why not?
Why not?
Yep. So moving on from Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, we're going to talk about some sales charts for April 2019.
Cha-ching.
Yep. I'm going to be mentioning one specifically that is for the UK that is kind of interesting, just because of a lack of a game in there. And let me mention to you the games that we are going to be seeing here. This is the top 10 best-selling games in the UK for the month of April 2019, as reported by Marie de Alessandri from mcvuk.com. Number 1 is Days Gone for PS4. Number 2, Mortal Kombat 11 multi-platform, a game that came to the Switch, and I mean, it has a little bit of some critics going on there because of its microtransactions. However, to me, seems like a fun game. Might pick it up to play it. Number 3, The Division 2 multi-platform. Number 4, FIFA 19 EA multi-platform. Number 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, going strong still, seems like it. And here's where it gets a little bit strange or surprising. Number 6, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. Number 7, Yoshi's Crafted World for the Switch. Number 8, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, multi-platform. Number 9, World War C, multi-platform. And number 10, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. This makes Nintendo the best-selling publisher in the month of April, replacing Ubisoft at the top as compared to March 2019. What's missing?
I wonder.
That's right. So let's talk about the top 5 Nintendo best-selling games of the week ending in April 27th, as reported by Anthony Dennis from cultureofgaming.com. Number 1 in this list is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 2, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Number 3, Yoshi's Crafted World. Number 4 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And number 5, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. What do you think of Smash Bros. Missing out on the UK's list?
They totally
April?
forgot it. That's the only
Explanation?
reason. Yeah,
I mean,
they forgot it. That's all.
It has sold close to 14 million copies as of the end of March. So definitely a big seller, nothing to be worried about. It just seems strange to me when I was looking at the sales chart. I'm expecting to see Smash Bros. Top 5 at the very least, right?
It was.
However, no, I'm talking about the UK sales chart. However, it wasn't there. It wasn't even in the top 10. So that was very surprising to me.
Top 15?
Maybe, who knows, right? But definitely super glad to see Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still doing fantastic there. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can see it at the top, number 1 on the top 5, right? And then you can see it over here on number 6 at the top 10 UK best-selling.
I would like to point out that the deluxes are the top 2.
What do you mean?
In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
True.
And number 4 and number 5, Let's Go Pikachu and Smash Bros. Are Switch bundles, but aren't in the top. The top 3 don't come with Switch as a bundle. They're individual games. Interesting.
Could this just mean that people already have their Switches and they're not buying bundles? I mean, I really don't think, there's too much going into looking into it. However, it was just interesting to me not seeing it up there.
Maybe just everyone already has Smash Bros. That's
Probably
all.
You're right. Anybody that was gonna buy it already bought it, and we're still hoping to see a little pickup here in the summer months. So who knows?
Who knows?
Yep, it's still heading strong to being the number 1 seller on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm guessing Nintendo has absolutely nothing to worry about. Next up, we're going to talk about the games releases that are going to be coming out on the week of May 6th through May 10th. We're going to start with European Conqueror 10, Car Mechanic Manager, Shakedown Hawaii, Puyo Puyo Champions, Meow Motors, Ascendance, Lost Artifacts, Soulstones, Masquerade Songs and Shadows, Monster Puzzle, Frame Dragon's Odyssey, Mechanites, Blood Bagos, Dragon Pinball, My Big Sister, Lovecraft's Untold Story, Saints Row the Third, the full package, Blazing Beaks, and Reverse Crawl. Any of these catch your attention?
Not really.
Nah, me neither. I'm pretty sure that Saints Row the Third, the full package, is going to be a good seller, maybe. However, to me, it just not a very strong week. Puyo Puyo Champions, definitely a title that, at least for puzzle lovers and myself, maybe something that I might want to check out.
Plus, I feel like that's the strongest in that list.
I mean, Saints Row is pretty strong. I think it's very anticipated. I think it's something that the people are waiting for to play on the Nintendo Switch. However, like I said, Puyo Puyo Champions, for all those puzzle lovers out there, at a price point of $9.99. Not bad at all. I watched the trailer and the graphics look nice. So the big topic for today, Santi, is the 3DS dead? What is your take on this?
Would we be talking about this if it was dead?
I mean, there's no more announcements from Nintendo that they're going to be releasing any first-party games. So the last game that they've released is Kirby Epic Extra Yarn.
No, Extra Epic Yarn.
That one. And that's not even an original game.
Nope.
Right? It's a port, remake, whatever you guys want to call it. And there's absolutely nothing announced for the 3DS. There's rumors of a new Switch Mini coming up. Could this most definitely mean that the 3DS is now kaput?
If the Switch Mini would be coming up, then it would be a smart decision to let the 3DS go. But if it wasn't coming up, then they wouldn't have. The smart decision would to keep the 3DS alive just a little bit, a little more remakes and ports.
I agree. I do understand the fact that Nintendo and a lot of fans want Nintendo to actually just focus on game production for the Nintendo Switch. Get that 100%. However, I still feel that not having that Nintendo Switch Mini that is rumored out yet at a price point that is advantageous for families, for each family member to get its own Nintendo Switch, why cut the cord on the 3DS just now? You know, there's 75 million 3DS out there. That's a huge install base, right? And you can still, I'm pretty sure, make it grow way more than that if you had the support with games. However, there's no more support, therefore people are going to stop buying it. And right now, quite honestly, even at this household where we consider ourselves gamers, we have one Nintendo Switch, which we all share. Looking at the 3DS, because of the price point that it's set on, you have your own 3DS, your sister has her own, I have my own. It's just something that we can afford. Whereas Nintendo Switch, at the price point that it currently has, it's very hard and it could get very expensive really, really quick. That's why I think 3DS maybe not ready to bite the dust.
I mean, 3DS is just so easy to pick up. Not only does it have so many first-party games, so many indies, it's also got a great library of virtual console.
Well, it's actually the only place where you can get now a good virtual console. Sure, if you still have your Wii U plugged in, which we do, but most of the people probably don't, or they already returned it to GameStop, right? But still, I feel that the 3DS is probably the only console right now where you're going to get your old virtual console games, not to mention, like you just said, huge first party games. Quite frankly, you know, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, originally on the Nintendo 64, they play better on the 3DS. They're just great ports. Added to that, great first party games like Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. We have great Mario games.
3D Land was amazing.
Amazing. Just to look at it on your 3DS, that's amazing what that game does. You know, you have Kid Icarus, which is a great game. You have even a Smash. Granted, probably not the best version of Smash. Still a version of Smash on your 3DS.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
like about 4 Pokemon games.
I mean,
also the DS, you can play DS games on it.
Definitely great back catalog that you can play on it, right? So, you know, why they're killing it, I don't know. I don't understand. It holds a very, very high place in my favorite consoles. I think that it comes in just there on second place. I love it. I think I could still go for some other games, maybe even if they're just ports, you know, Wave Race 64, Snowboarding 1080. I would love to play all those nostalgic games for me. Maybe for you, even, you know, why not develop new games? But definitely sad to see it die. I know it had to happen. Maybe, you know, Nintendo's got great plans for the Switch. It's a fantastic console that we love playing. But I think there's space for having 2 consoles. That's just, you know.
I mean, there's so many versions of the 3DS, 2DS, 2DS XL, 3DS, 3DS XL.
Like I said, 75 million sold. So that is an incredible number. And I mean, probably Nintendo's knows best. So, you know, what else can we say? But that's all the time that we have today. Please let us know what you think. Is the 3DS dead? Would you like to see some new games coming out for it? Or do you think Nintendo's just better off focusing on the Nintendo Switch? Until next week, sign off.